What's up, guys? Corey Erdman here in the Fight Network studios, getting you up to date on everything in the world of boxing. And it looks like we finally have a date for the rematch between Nathan Cleverly and Tony Bellew. The two bitter rivals are reportedly set to square off for a second time on November 22nd at the Echo Arena in Bellew's hometown of Liverpool. UK fans have clamored for a rematch since Cleverly took a disputed majority decision win over Bellew in 2011, retaining his WBO light heavyweight championship in the process. The timing is now absolutely perfect for both men. Cleverly and Bellew both stepped up to the very top of the light heavyweight division and fell way short. Cleverly was destroyed by Sergey Kovalev, and Bellew, likewise, with Adonis Stevenson. Both have said that they've outgrown the 175-pound division, and while they may have a harder time making the weight these days than they did in their younger years, the reality is that they both ran into a dead end in the division. Now at cruiserweight, the two can make good money on what promises to be a well-attended event against one another, and then look at more winnable fights against the top cruiserweights in Europe. As deep as the cruiserweight rankings are, it's certainly not a young man's division at the moment. Provided both could handle the power moving up in weight, either one could prove to be a factor in the division for the next couple of years. WBO light flyweight champion Donnie Nietes has chosen an opponent for his November 15th voluntary title defense at the Waterfront Hotel and Casino in Cebu. After mulling over a handful of foes, the longtime Filipino champ will face Carlos Chapito Velarde. Velarde is a former world title challenger at minimum weight and currently rated number 10 by the WBO at light flyweight. Chapito is a tough volume puncher with a good left hook on the inside who was giving Ryo Miyazaki problems in their 2013 title fight before getting stopped. Ultimately, that fight was a physical mismatch as Miyazaki cut all the way down from 135 to 105 pounds on the night. Chapito might physically match up better with Nietes, but he'll be at a severe disadvantage in pedigree and in experience. Nietes hasn't lost a fight in 10 whole years. He won the WBO minimum weight title against Pornsuwan Porpramuk in 2007, then moved up to beat Ramon Garcia for the light flyweight strap in 2011. Most recently, he dominated and stopped Moises Fuentes in a rematch this past May. Nietes started working with noted conditioning coach Nick Curson, and the improvement in his power appeared to be dramatic. And with that in mind, the question is, will he consider another jump up into boxing's deepest and most exciting division at flyweight? And lastly, Showtime's October 4th card, headlined by Rances Barthelemy and Fernando Saucedo, will now be a quadruple header. On top of the super featherweight title bout, Willie Nelson will face Vanes Martirosyan, and middleweight prospect Dominic Wade will surely get a stern test from Keandre Leatherwood. The fourth fight, just added, will feature the continued return of Chad Dawson as the former light heavyweight champ takes on Tommy Karpency. Dawson showed up for the first time this past June since getting stopped by Adonis Stevenson in one round. The Dawson who showed up, however, didn't look like the chiseled Dawson of old, weighing in at the heavyweight limit instead. Extra poundage or not, he stopped George Blades in the first round and will now return to the general area of light heavyweight against Karpency. Bad Chad is still advised by Al Heyman and is still a factor for possible title bouts on American TV if he wants to be. The easiest path back to a title of any sort would appear to be through Jürgen Brähmer, who holds a version of the WBA strap. Before you get all upset about networks still spending their money on Chad Dawson in 2014, just know that Showtime isn't shelling out million-dollar rights fees the way HBO did back when he was beating Antonio Tarver in front of 902 people. According to Steven Espinoza, this fight was tossed in for free at the promoter's expense. It's a long way down from where he was at his peak, but it's not impossible for him to salvage a few more notable accomplishments before he's done. For more news on the sweet science and plenty more, head on over to FightNetwork.com.